Welcome to Behind the Veil. Now, here is your transformational coach, Tammy Hawks.
So, my intention for this call is to get you as far on your healing journey as possible in this short period of time.
Okay.
And the other part of it is your intention. So if I could give you one thing on this call that would make the biggest impact for you, what would that one thing be?
Clarity.
Clarity. Okay.
Clarity for direction. And I'm just trusting the process.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So when I was reading your story this morning, there was so much I could relate to.
Mm-hmm.
A lot I could relate to about, sort of waking up and recognizing the world around you and kind of questioning, what am I doing?
Yeah.
That's the gist I got from your story, is like you waking up and just being like, what is this?
Yeah.
What am I in? What is this life thing that I'm experiencing, right?
Yeah.
So we get to zoom in and look at the parts that are just not doing it for you right now. We get to look at why. Okay.
Okay.
So what is the biggest issue that you're having in your life right now?
I am stuck in the middle. I would like to just say that I'm stuck. I am stuck in the void, I feel like, and not knowing which direction to go. And it's like this ADHD thing where maybe I should go sell real estate. Maybe I should be a functional medicine. I am so sorry. Maybe I should be a functional medicine health coach. But we are not doing great finance wise. So I'm over here getting all the side hustles there is to do. I actually, I'm not even kidding you. And I think that I have 13 of them. So, and it's kind of almost honestly what that side hustle thing is fear. Fear. I feel like it's fear of not being able to pay the bills. But staying in that fear and doing these little side hustles here and there is taking away my time, focus, and energy to what my bigger picture would be. And I'm not
Which
real
is?
sure what that bigger picture should be.
Okay. So let's excavate this a little. What's underneath that? What's underneath the fear?
The fear of the money part of it is we're in a situation where like we're scraping to pay the mortgage each month. So the fear underneath that is, are we going to be out on the street, which is really not true because fortunately I have family that I think wouldn't let that happen. So I think that's just it, just fear of not being able to pay for things.
Okay, so say all the money is provided. Boop, you just won the lottery.
Yeah. I laugh because this is a question I keep asking two of my friends. But let me hear you say it to me.
All the money issues. Hold on one sec. Something's up in my eyeball. All your money issues have overnight just been dissolved. Boop, they're gone. Money's just provided. It just shows up. It's always there. Ooh, money. It's not a worry anymore.
Mhm.
You won the lottery. Now what?
Now I would hire a person, an integrator person. Like I can come up with all these wonderful ideas and there's all these wonderful things to do. I would hire a person that would be an action oriented person to help me get there, if that makes sense.
Get where?
And get where would be, I guess that's part of the question that I keep rolling around is what do I really want? And what I want today, I feel like is different than what I wanted last year. So I've been through a bazillion workshops. I actually, before I was talking to you, I said, you know what, let me write a business plan. I'm going to write a business plan. And then I thought, well, shit, can I say shit? Well,
Yeah.
shoot. Um,
I say shit all the
let
time.
me figure out, let me make a dream board before I write the business plan because I need to know what are my dreams today? What do I want? I want to be able to travel. I want to help homeless people. Um, you know, whatever all that looks like. And then I thought, well, crap, actually, some of those things don't really even bring me joy anymore. Money doesn't bring, I don't even really care about money anymore. It's the thing that money brings, which is experiences. I live for having an experience or sharing hope with someone else or um, being creative. So I started doing okay, well, what brings me joy? And so I think that's where I'm at in this process is realizing, and I had done this before. I did this whole joy list before a year and a half, and I sat down to do it. And I'm like, half of those things are trash. That's not who I was last year is not who I am today. So this whole awakening thing of sitting in this void and trying to figure out what sets my soul on fire
Mhm.
is where I'm
Well,
at.
yeah, and I've noticed like with my clients when I start working with them, they don't know what they want,
Yeah.
right? And as we start to move the stuck old energy, which is just a bunch of emotions that no longer serve you, pain that you've held on to all your life. Once we start moving that out of the body,
Mhm.
I find what happens at not sometimes not even at the end, but what begins to happen is they get clarity. And the clarity is like, because we've moved away all the old junk, they realize what they came here to do.
Mhm.
They recognize their life purpose from that. So I think that at this time, from what I'm reading with you, is your time to move out some old stuck stuff
Yeah.
within you that's no longer working. So this is what I'd like to do with you.
Okay.
Aside from the money, because I was reading up on your relationship issues
There's that.
or
Yeah.
what you think of your relationship issues. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, that's another big part too. I think that's playing a huge impact in keeping me stuck because I don't know what direction where I'm going with this 20-year marriage. Like, do I even want to still be married?
Yeah. So you've been married 20 years, you
Yeah.
have 3 children,
Yep.
and you had your awakening and you've woken up and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Right.
Right. And so tell me a little bit about what that feels like.
Oh, mundane. And can we, for the love of God, not have any more small talk conversations? It feels like we're just waking up, going through the motions, and I don't even know what this timeline is that we're in right now, but it seems like time is just flying so ridiculously fast. And I'm just, hey, how was your day? We're just having these conversations just for the sake of conversations, but not even being present during
So
them.
what does that feel? Yeah, what does that feel like to you?
It feels boring and painful and pointless.
Boring and painful. Okay. I'm going to have you get really relaxed for a sec.
Okay.
I'm going to have you make your spine really straight. Relax your body. I'm going to ask you to close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Feel that breath going deep, deep, deep down to the pit of your stomach, down to the very root chakra. And as you exhale out, I want you just to imagine the resistance leaving your body as you exhale out, as the breath leaves your body. And then I want you to do that again. Breathe it all the way in. Hold it right there at the root chakra. And then let it out. Just imagining all the resistance leaving. I'm going to ask you to allow, there's a big, beautiful bubble of energy above your head, a healing, loving bubble of energy. First impression, what color is it?
Blue.
Blue. So I want you to see the top of your head like a moonroof opening to allow this blue in. That's right. And with each breath and each beat of your heart, I want you to allow this blue to seep deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's going to move in through the top of your head and it's going to move all the way down through your body, completely saturating you and every single cell of your being with this beautiful, healing, loving blue energy. So I want you to see it filling your brain, your eyes, and your ears, your nose, your jaw, and let it move down your neck, your throat, your shoulders. Allow it to move down your arms. And as it's moving down your body, recognize, notice, and see that it's actually penetrating each cell, going deeper and deeper into the core of who you are. Moving down your arms to your elbows and your wrists, shooting out your fingertips, filling your heart center. And as you see it fill your heart center, see your heart open. Open to allow this energy in, open on every side. That's right. And I want you to see this blue energy, this healing energy going even deeper, deeper, down to your tissue, down to your DNA, all the way down to your epigenetics with ease and grace and flow. And I want you to see it moving down to your abdomen and your lower back, filling each cell, filling each organ, each muscle tissue as it's moving down to your hips and your knees and your feet, shooting out your feet. And I want you to see as you take a deep breath in and you exhale out, this big blue bubble completely surrounds your body. That's right. Breathe it out to completely encapsulate your entire body, allowing the energy to go even deeper, all the way around your being, your aura, every single cell of your body completely saturated with this blue, loving energy. Now, from this place, this is your safety. This big blue bubble is your safety. It feels amazing. It's your peaceful, loving energy. And at any point in time, when you feel anxious or feel your nervous system kick in, I want you just to connect to this blue energy and feel held, feel safe, feel loved. And as you're in this blue bubble, I'm going to ask you to bring to your attention that feeling you were talking about earlier, boring, shallow, painful feeling that you feel oftentimes in your marriage. And I want you to recognize that this feeling, this emotion, as you're feeling into it, you're noticing that there is a certain place in your body where that feeling is stemming from. First impression, I want you to take your hand and place it on that area. What color is it?
Yellow.
It's yellow. Okay, I want you to see that yellow actually projecting out from your body. And as it's projecting out from your body, I want you to notice, recognize, and see that there is a picture in this image. This image being projected out from this yellow is actually the first time you felt these emotions. And I want you to, as you breathe, I want you to allow that picture to get clear without any judgment. Let it get clear and let me know when you see it. You may have a knowing of what this picture is. You might actually see it, or you might just get a feeling. Whatever it is perfect. Do you have the image, memory, emotion?
Something about a big wheel. That's all I got.
A big wheel. Okay. Is there anyone with that big wheel?
My dad.
Your dad. Your dad and a big wheel. Is there anyone else with a big wheel?
No.
Are you on it?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to rely on your imagination here. First impression, how old are you?
7.
7. We're allowing your imagination to lead this and we're trusting this. What is the feeling that you're feeling from your dad?
Actually, excitement.
Excitement. What else?
And frustration.
Uh-huh.
And
What
he's
else?
smiling. Um, that's all I got. He's smiling. He seems excited. Gonna maybe I'm gonna ride this big wheel further. I'm not sure.
What's the frustration then?
That he really wants to just go drink.
He wants to go drink. And so what's this 7-year-old version of you? What is she feeling right now?
Um, Happy that he's there and that we're actually doing something, but scared that he's about to go drink.
What feels stronger to you, happy or scared?
The scared.
Scared. I want you to see, recognize, and notice that yellow bubble around your 7-year-old self. And I'm going to ask you to step into that yellow bubble with your 7-year-old self. And I want you to feel the fear that she's feeling in this moment. Recognizing and noticing that that little girl, she's still alive. And in fact, she's inside of you. And in fact, she still feels scared. So I want you to take on these emotions as you move through this yellow bubble around her. I want you to feel what she's feeling. As you feel what she's feeling, you'll notice that the emotions are going to subside. As you take on the emotions for her, you're going to notice that you are going to allow those emotions to move through you and out of you. So I want you to walk through that yellow bubble, and it'll be like threading a needle. You'll go through it. You'll take it on. You'll feel it, and you will allow it to move. These emotions that have been stuck, these emotions that have been trapped, we are going to move them. Emotions are energy in motion, and we are going to allow this motion to move out of you. So I want you to move through that yellow bubble. This little girl, I want you to scoop her up in your arms. This beautiful 7-year-old girl, scoop her up in your arms and feel the fear. What is she experiencing right now? What is she feeling in her body?
A little trembling and scared and excited all at the same time.
Mm-hmm. What is she scared about?
That he's gonna not keep staying with me and he's gonna go drink, which leads to beating up my mom, which leads to, and I just want him to stay there with me and enjoy this moment that we're having.
And what will it mean for her if he leaves?
Then I'm going to be left alone and have to go hide in my room.
And what's going to happen when you hide in your room?
My dad's going to drink and beat up my mom. And then I'm going to have to go in there and save her and tell him to stop.
And what will that mean for you?
That I didn't get to ride my damn big wheel. I just want to ride the big wheel
Mm-hmm.
and have the time with my dad and not have to go play saver and be scared and listen at my door as to when's the right time to break in.
Okay, I want you to connect to her emotions right now. I want you to see that expression on her face. What does it look like?
Lost,
Mm-hmm. What else?
trying to put on a smile and ignore that fearful what might happen and smile more and hold his attention.
What else?
It's just afraid.
What does she need to hear from you right now in this moment?
Just everything is going to be okay. Your dad still loves you. He's an alcoholic, a product of his childhood. He's doing the best he can, and he still loves you, even though he wants to drink.
What is she believing about herself right now?
That I'm not good enough to hold his attention.
You're not good enough. What else are you believing about yourself right now?
That if I could just be funny enough or loving enough, that then he won't want to go drink alcohol and he'll stay here with me and enjoy the big wheel and the outside.
What else is she believing about herself right now?
That she's about to have to save her mom and be the saver.
What else is she believing about herself right now?
That maybe she's not good enough to do that too.
What else is she believing about herself right now?
That's all I got.
What color is that bubble around her right now?
It's like it's not a specific color. It's like an oil slick color, like that's orange and yellow.
Mm-hmm. How is she feeling now?
And I'm not as scared actually.
As you scoop her up in your arms, I want you to hug her tight. I want you to tell her that she is so special. I want you to tell her that she is absolutely enough, that she's actually divine. I want you to tell her that she came here for a very specific reason, for a divine purpose. I want you to tell her that she's safe. I want you to tell her that you've come all the way from the future just to be with her in this moment. I want you to tell her that everything's going to be okay. And I want you to gift her with wisdom. This could be a relic, some sort of a sign that you can give her in this moment to let her know that she's always safe, that she's taken care of. This could be an animal, it could be a color, it could even be your blue healing bubble that you can wrap around her like a blanket to let her know that anytime she needs to feel safe, all she has to do is wrap this blue bubble around herself like a blanket. And in fact, she can also give it to others who need to feel safe as well, perhaps her mother, perhaps her father. Let her know that this is her gift from you and that she could use it in whatever way she wants. Tell her that she's powerful. Tell her that she has allowed all these experiences simply because she needed that in order to create who she gets to be and the gift she gets to give the world. Tell her that that's her superpower. Does she believe you when you tell her? Yes. Would you also tell her that whenever she needs you, that you will come back to give her whatever she needs in the moment? And I want you to come up with a code word, like I said, a symbol, code word, or a color that she could call on you with. That whenever you see it, feel it, hear it, you know it's her, and that you get to come back for her. You got it?
Yeah,
What else does she need to hear from you in this moment?
just that she's loved and trust the journey and the process.
Mm-hmm. What color is her bubble now? How does that feel?
Feels better. Definitely feels better.
Now, I'm going to have you move out of her bubble. I'm going to have you give her a kiss goodbye. Move out of that space. Allow her to be free. And I want you to recognize your father in this image. I want you to allow the image of your father to get very clear. What color is his bubble right now?
I don't have a bubble on him.
See it. See the color surrounding him. Doesn't have to be a bubble, but he's got a color associated with him in this image. Allow that to just be clear to you. As you start to approach him, walk towards him, you as this third party observer, I want you to walk over to him. And maybe you might not even see a color, but I want you to feel his emotions just like you did with you. I want you to walk towards your dad, and I want you to feel what he's feeling right now in this moment. Is it clear to you what he's feeling?
Yeah,
What is it?
anxiety,
Anxiety. What is he fearful about?
being comfortable in the moment, and if he's good enough.
Mm-hmm. What else is he fearful about?
showing who he really is, being vulnerable.
Why is he scared of being vulnerable?
Because when he was vulnerable as a child, he would get beat. His dad would beat him up anytime he showed vulnerability.
Can you tell him that it's okay to be vulnerable? Can you tell him that he's allowed to be vulnerable with you? Can you take on his pain? And much like threading that needle, knowing that on the moment of conception, all dad's DNA and mom's DNA become yours. So what happens is all of his pain becomes yours. And as we move through that pain, like threading the needle, I want you to move through his bubble, even if you don't see it as a color. Know that it is a color. There is a color associated with it. And I want you to take that pain on yourself and feel it and move through it. Like threading a needle, you are going to move through it and allow it to dissolve, dissolve, dissolve with ease and grace and flow. And as you do, you're breaking the generational curse passed down from your dad to you that goes on and on and on until we do this work to dissolve it. Because we have decided right here and now that we choose not to pass it down to another generation. No, we choose to dissolve it because we know we can, because we feel it's there. So I want you to feel your father's pain. What is he going through? What is he feeling? What's underneath all that fear? What's underneath all that I'm not good enough? Connect to his pain and allow it to move through you however it wants to. Don't hold it back. What is the color around him?
It's like dark purple, but like honeycombs.
Okay. I want you to grab him and hug him. What do you wish to tell him right now in this moment?
You're enough just the way that you are. Just be you, be true. I love you no matter what. You can relax and let your guard down. You don't have to be anybody but you.
What
And
else?
I want to tell him to just breathe, breathe through the motions, and that you're loved and that you are enough.
What else?
Yeah, you don't have to be afraid.
And is the color around him changing at all?
It's just like going in like a pulsating.
Is there anything that 7-year-old little girl wants to tell him?
Yeah, please don't lay another hand on my mom. And stop being so angry and kicking in windshields. And instead of being so angry, know that you're loved. And I think once you know that, then your anger can help stop. Beating up my mom and me having to come save you is not helping any of us.
I want you to pretend his anger is a color within him. And I want you to take your hands and pull all that color out. What color is it? What color is that anger?
Fiery orange and red and white.
Yeah. I want you to take your hands and I want you to pull that out of him. Pull out all that anger. I want you to literally pull it. Pretend like he's standing in front of you and I want you to pull out all that orangey red from him. I want you to use your hands and I want you to, with your eyes closed, I want you to literally pull all that reddy orange out of him. Just pretend like he's standing in front of you and you're just pulling all that reddy orange out. That's right. Yep. And keep pulling till you get it all because sometimes it hides and we don't need him to have any more of that to pass down to anyone else, to destroy anything else in his life, to sabotage any more of his relationships. That's right. Good job. Yes. Pull it all out until you know it's complete. And you'll know it's complete because you will feel the difference. You will feel the release in your own body.
One more growing.
Yeah. You got it all? What color is he now?
Like a fuchsia.
And how does that feel?
Softer, much softer.
I want you to give him a big hug. And I want you to tell him that you forgive him, that you know that he did the best he could with the information he had at the time. I want you to tell him that he is wonderful, that that little boy within him is still there. I want you to tell him that you are here for him, that you will come back for him anytime he needs you. I want you to tell him that everything's going to be okay, that everything is as it should be. I want you to tell him that everything that transpired is for your good and his good, even though it was very painful. Is there anything else you'd like to say to him?
I love you no matter what. You're my dad and you'll always be my dad. And love you and I will be here for you.
When it feels complete, I want you to give him a hug goodbye. Tell him you'll always be there for him. And when it feels good, I want you to move up about 30 feet above that scene. That's right. I want you to move up 30 feet above the scene. And I want you to look down and see your 7-year-old self and your dad and the big wheel, feeling that happy feeling inside, knowing that you shifted a major timeline just from going back and allowing this work. And as you rise up 30 feet above that moment, I want you to make your way back to the present. That's right. I want you to make your way back to the present moment. And as you do, I want you to look down and see all the old structures falling. That's right, crumbling. That's right, evolving, disintegrating, all the old structures. And I want you to see in its place these beautiful, new, loving, strong, blessed structures forming. That's right. I want you to see the destruction of the old as the new, stronger, greater, more beautiful structures align. And I want you to make your way back to the present 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 1 year from now, till you hover and stop right above the present moment. You sitting there in this present moment. And I want you to make your way down, 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 down. I want that moon roof to open on the top of your head to allow your spirit to drop back into your body. That's right, coming down through the head and the neck and the shoulders and the hips and the feet, totally realigning, recentering, reprogramming, resettling into the body. And as it settles back in, I want you to notice that each and every cell of your body is rewiring, it's refiring, it's reformatting, it's restructuring for this new system that you've now chosen. This system of love and forgiveness and compassion, this system of releasing what doesn't serve, the old stuck energy, the old stuck emotions, disintegrating, dissolving with ease. Taking a deep breath in, allowing the cells to restructure, exhaling out all the resistance, all the shadows, wiggling your fingers and toes, bringing your consciousness back into the body. Take a deep breath in and bat your eyes open when you're ready. How do you feel?
Very interesting.
Yeah? Tell me about it.
Didn't expect it to go that way at all. Thought I was going to find something boring and mundane, but I forgot I even had a big wheel. Totally forgot. And I actually like sat down and tried to start writing my story and go through finding childhood traumas that need to be worked on. I totally forgot about that I had a big wheel. Forgot about all of that. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. So what other than the big wheel, what came up for you?
Um, that my dad did the best that he could, instead of, I mean, I was angry with him for, some the crap that happened whenever I was a kid, but realizing, that he's just a product of his childhood and that his drinking isn't my cause or it's not something I'm doing or not doing. It's the fact that he's not comfortable in his own skin with his anxiety and his stuff that's making him want to. And I have no control
Mhm.
over that. And
Yeah.
seeing and releasing his um, anger. I wish you could put my brain on video camera to see all that. That's so crazy. Seeing the fiery anger come out of him, pulling that out was pretty cool.
Yeah. I was there with you. I saw all of it. I always see all of it.
Wow.
Um, so what new things did you figure out about yourself?
That I am good enough. And it's interesting as much as you think you've worked through that, and then to still find childhood traumas that are still teaching you or telling you the incorrect story that you're not. Um, I'm still computing. I feel like um, that I think that I had more feeling of that I needed to save my mom, I guess, than I thought, since that came up a few times, which probably plays into some of my, or had in the past, had played into some of Savior.
Yeah. The first 5 years is where our personality is completely developed.
Yeah.
Um, it's interesting because usually when I first start working with women, the first 1 or 2 sessions, it's kind of surface level because I'm asking the subconscious mind, hey, what do you want to work on first? And they tend to go to the easiest thing.
Hmm.
And in these sessions, because I only possibly have, unless you choose to go deeper, I only have 1 session with you, and I'm trying to get as deep as I can,
Yeah.
which isn't, that's just my personal thing because I want to give the most service to you. But usually it does pick something, the subconscious, the first few times it picks something that's not as big for you. It's kind of just opening you up slowly.
Hmm.
But you didn't have as many blockages as some people I work with on the first time. You didn't have as many, but there was a disconnect to your emotions.
Yeah.
You didn't allow yourself to connect to your pain fully.
Yeah.
So if I was working with you for an extended period of time, that's what we'd be working on, I think,
Yeah. Because I
probably
feel
by the
like I don't
second.
know how to do that. And I think that I'm trying. Maybe
Yeah.
that's part of it. Maybe I'm trying too hard. I don't
Well,
know.
what happens when we go through these traumatic things as a child, it is so difficult for us that the subconscious mind finds ways to keep us going. And oftentimes it's shutting off certain memories.
Hmm.
It's like, ooh, we can't feel that. Shut that one off. So you have to understand that your subconscious mind is just trying to get you through life. And so, but we as human beings, because that little girl still lives within you and she still has all this pain, what I would do in future sessions is just to get you to feel it more. And it might be 1 or 2 sessions before you just start allowing yourself to go into it and feeling it. But it's really about telling yourself that it's okay, it's safe to feel the emotion.
Hmm.
That doesn't mean you're reliving the memory.
Hmm.
You're here. That's why I put you in the blue bubble before I take you back there,
Hmm.
is so that I'm like, hey, you're not there anymore, right? You're the third person, you're the third party observer, but I'm having you feel it for your 7-year-old self. It's a way of kind of easing you open a little bit.
Yeah.
Whereas then maybe 2 seconds down, you're the 7-year-old. So it's just all the levels of healing and where you're at, But for you to know you got some work to do to connect to your emotions. And one thing I would just do on a regular basis is say, it is safe and good for me to feel my emotions. We have this fear that, oh, if I let myself feel the pain, I'll feel it forever. No, the pain will be felt until it's fully felt and then it's gone.
It's so interesting. I wonder if I hadn't thought of this before, but if there's a sad movie or something is happening to someone else, or I'm all in and I am crying and I am feeling it with my whole body when that's on screen or somebody. So I know that I'm obviously capable of really feeling. I'm like, it's, yeah, I always try to say that I'm too much of an empath, but maybe that's my internal person, at least trying to have some kind of emotional release through a different outlet instead of looking at my own stuff. Does that make sense?
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. An
Interesting.
empath feels someone else's pain and kind of takes it on.
Yeah.
Um, uh, so it's just it's interesting, but when you go to connect with your pain and you got blockages there. So
Right.
I think this is just a good little litmus test for you to understand that there's some work to be done. And if you want to take it further, we could talk about what that would look like. But you do have some major blockages around that emotional piece and feeling safe to feel the feelings.
Hmm. Yeah,
You know,
I
our
agree.
feelings are very, that's what makes us human. And so if we're constantly resisting the bad feelings, then we can't really allow ourselves to have the high because we got to move out the shit, the shadows. We got to move out all that stuck crap
Hmm.
that's in us from a very young age before we can really bounce up. I feel like those things are the things that anchor us into the lower frequencies.
Yeah, you're right. Feelings. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I just don't know. That is some work to do. I don't know how to do it, but I guess that's where someone like you comes to help.
Mhm. Exactly, girl. I mean, people ask me all the time because they want to save the money and do it themselves. And I'm like, I just don't think you can, I don't believe that you can have the same results doing it by yourself. Like, I, I couldn't do this on myself,
Hmm.
right? Not with the intensity because I'm really holding you like it's the two of us going back into your memories versus you, you know,
Right.
it's just not the same. It's very, very powerful. So as far as I can just give you some, if I can give you some advice as far as your awakening, is that you're going to be waking up to a lot of things you didn't see before. Don't be so quick to throw things away. When I had my awakening, I was like, I got to get rid of everything and everyone
Yeah, get rid of all
because
the
it
stuff.
just
We need nothing. I just need a bed and a pillow and yeah,
I meant all
etc.
the people too,
Yeah, and the P
you
actually
know?
all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it just felt like it was I felt like I needed to be alone to figure myself out. And felt frustrating at times that I couldn't be alone because I wanted to go deep within myself and just figure me out. And here we are as moms of three. I have
Mhm.
that in common with you. You wake up, you're a mom of three, you're married, and you have all this external responsibility, and all you want to do is get rid of it so you can go deep within. And I will just say, be very there. Like if you got rid of time and said time is not a thing, it's an illusion,
Yeah.
right? If you understood that there's no like getting it right, there's nothing to get done. It is just about giving yourself grace to do what you need to do when you need to do it instead of feeling like you need to be in a whole new place with all different people.
Hmm.
Your life will shift and it will change, but you don't need to actively go out and do it. Your only goal should be going within and dealing with the shadows that are there because that's what's anchoring you to the ego. That's really what the ego is calling us to do, I believe, right now in the ascension process of the earth
Hmm.
is really deal with our shadows.
Yeah, I figured there's still some ego stuff I've got to work through that I thought I
Yeah.
worked through. But every day's
No,
a new
girl,
day. Got to work through
the
this, got to
work
work through. It's fine. I trust it's fine.
The work is good, and
Yeah.
it's actually what we came here to do. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. So just embrace the fact that you will be a work in progress as long as you're in your meat suit,
Right.
and that's what you came here to do.
Yeah. Very true.
So, so you're on your path. Nothing's gone wrong. You're right where you need to be. And life just gets to continue to get better and better and better for you.
Yeah, I'm ready to be out of this void though. What do you want to do when you grow up? I don't know. I want to be a coach. Nope. I'm going to be a realtor. Nope. I'm going to do this. Nope. I'm going to create events for people to go through and work through their limiting beliefs. Nope. We're going to. So I have been, that's where I was. And the reason why we're not paying our bills right now is because I said, you know what? Forget it all. I'm just going to sit here and trust, do the meditation, do the journaling, do the things. And when the time is right, I'll know. That's
Mhm.
all I got. And I'm trying so hard to trust and not take it back. Trust, take it. You know what I mean? Like the constant back and forth.
I'm right there with you, girl. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, we'll get there.
It's, it's, I mean, there's nowhere to get either. Like, what do you
Yeah,
hurry up and die? Like, we all know what
right.
it's just embracing the journey and doing your best to enjoy it. Like, trust, like, it's like I tell my girls, there's, I have two teenage girls and they're like, I don't know what I want to do. And I'm like, you just got to go with what sounds the best that's
At the
available
time.
to you and let it lead you wherever else you need to go. Like life is going to lead you. You don't have to slam things into place. You could just let it easily flow
Right,
and trust that that next step is going to be there when you need it.
right. Go out and if you fail, fail forward, right? What's that book, John Maxwell? That was a great book.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't believe in failure. It's just like
It,
what
it's an experience. We call it failure, which makes it feel
it's a
bad.
belief. It's
Yeah.
a belief.
Yeah.
It's a belief like anything else. And beliefs are changeable.
Right.
They're malleable. Like, one you get to be working on, you know, the I'm not good enough. Like, we didn't get a chance to really get down deep into your life, what I call life commands, which are the limiting beliefs that are really creating your life experience.
Hmm.
And for instance, my top life command is I'm unlovable. And it's all over my life, right? Till I found it. It is something that I have to work on a daily basis because those beliefs, they creep in. They're very deeply imprinted on our subconscious mind. They came in very early. And so it's something you get to be in tune with. Don't try and push against it. See and notice where it's coming and oh, it's coming up again. Like if I get in an argument with my husband, oh, there it is. What am I upset about? Oh,
Hmm.
because I'm believing I'm unlovable, right? So it's just about acknowledging and seeing and integrating the new belief. So if the old belief is I'm not good enough, then the new belief is what?
I am good enough. Yeah.
I'm so fucking
Yeah.
worthy.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking worthy of every single thing that I want. And so that gets to be your prayer all day, every day. I am so fucking worthy. I use fucking because it really imprints it hard. Like
Mhm.
you got to work hard against that imprinting to go the opposite direction. So you need to be louder with your new imprint.
Mhm.
I put it on a cup because I started writing it on all my mirrors, dry erase all over. I am so fucking worthy. So, whatever you need to do to get the new imprint, I usually have my clients write it on index cards,
Mhm.
put it everywhere, put the index cards in your purse, in your bathroom, next to your bed, everywhere, and repeat it over and over to yourself because it's probably a big part of your your greatest issues in your life.
Yeah.
But you're doing the damn thing, girl, and I really thank you so much for allowing me to lead you through that because I, f- I consider it such an honor when someone allows me to go deep into their subconscious mind and feel all their stuff with them.
No, that was great. Thank you so much for that.
It's
Yeah,
yeah,
that was
you're welcome.
awesome.
It's healing for me too. Every time I take someone through a process, it is healing for me as well. So.
Mhm.
It's not just healing the collective and it ripples out. When I healed myself, I healed my husband, my kids, my family lineage. I'm still working on it all the time. I say healed as in past tense, but that's what it does when you choose to heal. It heals your entire lineage, and you'll watch your kids change too. So,
Yeah, I believe that 100%.
mhm.
Somebody's got to do it. I get to be the elector, and that's
Yeah.
great. I'm so glad that it's me instead of them, right? I mean, they'll have their own stuff too, but let's
They'll
do
have their
this
stuff,
part.
but it'll be much smaller when you start doing your work.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be much smaller.
that's exciting. Okay.
Yes. Well, you have a magnificent day, and I would love feedback from you,
Okay.
like a review, if you wouldn't
Yeah.
mind. I know what we did was, pretty deep process. So if you want to just like check back in tomorrow, or in the next couple of days, just to kind of let me know how you're feeling and what you've gained from it or
Yeah. I need
gleaned.
a minute. I'm gonna go take a walk, and then I needed a meditation today,
And make
be aware of the
sure
thoughts, don't be the thoughts kind of meditation. So we'll do that here in a little bit and see. Journal.
and make sure you drink a lot of water because we just had that was a detox
Yes.
that we
I got
just
my new
did.
copper water bottle. I'm so excited.
So
Open
pretty.
my pineal gland with some copper, girl.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Well, you take care of yourself, and I look forward to hearing from you
Yes,
soon.
thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
All right, have a great
Have a good
day.
day. Bye.